They passed him every day without seeing him. They judged him by his torn clothes and broken shoes. No one imagined that one small act of kindness from a forgotten teenager would change two lives forever. This is a story about poverty, mindset, and how doing the right thing, even when it hurts, can rebuild a future. Once upon a time, in the freezing streets of Chicago, there lived a homeless teenage boy named Ethan. He was 16, thin, exhausted, and quietly fighting to survive. Winter winds cut through the city, and snow turned sidewalks into ice. Ethan slept wherever the cold felt weakest, under bridges, near train stations, behind buildings. His most valuable possession was a single pair of broken sneakers with cracked soles that barely protected his feet. Every step hurt, but stopping meant freezing. People walked past him every day, eyes forward, pretending he didn't exist. To the world, Ethan was just another beggar. To himself, he was someone trying not to disappear. Ethan hadn't always lived like this. He once had a home, a mother who worked endlessly, and dreams that felt possible. But illness took his mother, debt took their apartment, and shelters had no space for a boy his age. Hunger became normal, cold became normal, being ignored became normal. Still, something inside Ethan stayed human. One brutal winter night, while walking under an overpass, he heard a groan. An older man lay collapsed near the curb, bleeding, shaking, and barefoot in the snow. Cars passed. People hurried by. No one stopped. Ethan hesitated. Fear and survival told him to walk away. But when the man whispered, "Please," Ethan made a choice. He removed his only shoes and placed them on the man's bleeding feet, pressing warmth into them with his bare hands, even as the cold stabbed his own skin. If this emotional story is touching your heart and helping you learn English through powerful life lessons, subscribe to English Story Academy for the best emotional, motivational, and unforgettable stories. An ambulance eventually arrived. As the paramedics lifted the man, their eyes met, gratitude replacing pain. Ethan stood barefoot in the snow, shaking but calm, whispering to himself that he acted not because he was strong, but because he was human. 3 days later, outside a soup kitchen, a man stepped out of a black car and held out a pair of warm winter boots. It was the same stranger, now healed. He introduced himself as Mr. Harris, a retired construction foreman. Instead of offering charity, he offered work. He taught Ethan construction skills, discipline, and something even more important, mindset. Weeks became months. Ethan worked, studied, earned his GED, and rebuilt his life brick by brick. One evening, Ethan walked through the same streets where he once begged. Boots steady, head high. The city hadn't changed. He had. Poverty was never his identity. It was only a condition. What transformed his life was kindness, hard work, and the decision to think differently. That winter night when he gave away his broken shoes, Ethan unknowingly stepped into a new future, not as a beggar, but as a builder of his own life. Moral of the story: poverty doesn't define you, your mindset does. Change how you think, and you can change where you end up. If this story inspired you, subscribe to English Story Academy for emotional, motivational stories that help you learn English and build a stronger future.